Hey there, horror fans. It's your buddy Phil here, and I'm back at it today with another live stream for you guys on Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday morning. I never know what day of the week it is because I'm always stuck at home on lockdown. Still on lockdown. Just going to share this stream out to a few people here. What is going on, everybody? Have Cheetah Will View, what's up? Hey, Phil. Lockdown sucks. I agree. Kaiju. Phil. What's up, Kaiju? Let's get this party started. I don't know how much of a party it's going to be today because I am sleepy. It's one of those days where I just can't wake up. I'm on my second coffee. Q's reviews. Hey, Phil and all liked and shared. Cheetah says, Casey. Count Von Strange 4. Hey, Phil, what's up? Count. Cheetah says, Q. Brad McNulty. What's up, guys? What's up, Brad? Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could join us today. I'm just going to make sure. I had a notification pop up that something wasn't going to work. And sorry about that. Feedback, guys. Just going to try and send myself a very cheap super chat. Looks like super chat is active. So I'll have to do the super chat bell when I get there for my own super chat. Robbie Richards, what's going on, Phil? Not much, Robbie. Hope you are well. Cheetah says coffee is our friend. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Phil's creepy videos coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, Phil. Talking about myself in the third person. Just wanted to make sure everything was working fine. Cheetah says greetings. Robbie Glenn says what's up. Robbie says thumbs up. Everybody thumbsing up. Everybody else. First up, couple pickups, nothing too major before I get to the special editions. I hope you guys are okay with that. Just wanted to show off this Halloween 2 Dr. Loomis Laurie Strode 2-pack from NECA. So Dr. Loomis comes with a gun, and then you have the fantastic Dr. Loomis. The face sculpt on that is pretty impressive. Then you have the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin from the title in Halloween 2. Then, of course, Laurie Strode, complete with bandages. You have an extra hand for Dr. Loomis with a lighter and an extra gun for Laurie. So, pretty impressive. NECA 2-pack. They just got this in at my store the other day and finally called me and told me it had arrived. So, yeah, NECA 2-pack, Halloween 2, Dr. Loomis, Laurie Strode. If you see this in store, make sure to pick one up for yourself. If you collect toys and figures like myself, Robbie says, hey, Cheetah. Robbie says, love that. I got it. It's amazing. I agree. Glenn says 6 times. I shot him 6 times. Cheetah says, nicely done. Q says, love them figures. Love them figures. Next up from Kino Lorber, I picked up Tito Herrera, aka Tiger Shark, with slipcover. This is kind of it's almost like a Jaws ripoff, but not really. There is some animal cruelty in this movie, which some people might be turned off of, but it is what it is. I mean, some of these places back then lived like that, so. From cult filmmaker Rene Cardona Jr., enter the world of a trio of beautiful young people, the hot, sexy beaches of Mexico, and a giant, hungry tiger shark known as Tito Herrera. When 2 handsome shark hunters, Stephen Miguel, hook up with Gabriel, everything seems to be paradise until Tito Herrera strikes, eating the beachgoers and endangering the lives of the trio. One of the hunters decides to avenge his friend and take on the Tito Herrera one-on-one, and it becomes a brutal battle between man and beast. Now watch this exciting shark attack thriller in HD. Tito Herrera, Tiger Shark, and you have... for TNA fans, there's a lot to see in this movie. And I mean, the gore effects are nicely done. You have people bitten in half by the tiger shark. You have entrails. You have shark guts and what have you. He's not human, says Robbie. Cheetah says, bad shark movies rule. Shark, shark, shark. I agree. Robbie says, hey, Q's. David says, just dropping by to say hey to everyone and show support to my brother. Have a good one. Thank you, thank you, thank you, David. I will hopefully see you tonight. Cheetah says, see you tonight, David. Ooh, maybe I'll see you tonight too there, Cheetah. Maybe there's a special guest star. Who knows who it'll be? Oh, I love coffee. Robbie says later, Dave. Yeah, Dave, thanks for popping in and saying hi. I already had this on Blu-ray, but Unearthed Films released a kind of specialer edition of it. The Blu-ray I have currently doesn't have any special features or anything. It's basically standalone movie. But this is a Serbian film with a glorious looking slipcover. It's a Serbian film. And you have the reverse cover art there. And it's so small of writing, but I'm going to try and squeeze it out. Milos, a retired porn star, leads a normal family life with his wife Maria and 6-year-old son Petar in tumultuous Serbia, trying to make ends meet. A sudden call from his former colleague Layla will change everything. Aware of his financial problems, Layla introduces Milos to Vukmir, a mysterious, menacing, and politically powerful figure in the pornographic business. A leading role in Vukmir's production will provide financial support to Milos and his family for the rest of their lives. A contract insists on his absolute unawareness of a script they will shoot. From then on, Milos is drawn into a maelstrom of unbelievable cruelty and mayhem devised by his employer. The director of his destiny, Vukmir, and his cohorts will stop at nothing to complete his vision. In order to escape the living cinematic hell he's put into and save his family's life, Milos will have to sacrifice everything: his pride, his morality, his sanity, and maybe even his own life. And this release comes with commentary with a couple guys, commentary with 2 other guys, Adam Green, Q&A, another Q&A from Fantastic Film Festival, Serbian film exhibition, behind the scenes of NBP, a Serbian documentary preview, photo gallery, and trailers. And it's the unrated cut as well. My old Blu-ray was unrated. This one's unrated. This one says that it's 1 minute longer than my older Blu-ray. So I'm wondering if it's just, they included an extra minute of credits or something just when they were calculating how many minutes it was, or if there actually is a minute of extra material in this cut. Not too sure. Haven't watched this version yet, so I will have to rip into it at some point. No pun intended. Q says, hey, Robbie, happy face. Robbie says, later, Dave. Cheetah says, my money says it's you, Phil, as the special guest. Well, you might be right. Or you might be wrong. The inauguration is underway. Everyone's watching the inauguration. What's up, Paul? Good to have you here. First up is Pieces. It's exactly what you think it is. This is the beautiful Grindhouse release of the movie Pieces. This mug, I believe, is still available at Spirit Halloween. Comes with the soundtrack to the movie Pieces. And this is a 2-disc Blu-ray. You got a bonus disc, you got the movie, you got 2 different cuts of the movie, 2 complete versions of the shocking gore classic. I love the movie Pieces. I actually have a Pieces figure done by the talented Brian Minnick, which I will just grab here. Because how often do you see a Pieces figure? So that is, of course, the Killer in Pieces. Beautiful card. And then on the back, kind of the same artwork as on the Blu-ray. Last Chance Customs, Brian Minnick made this. Love the chainsaw. But yeah, nice little Pieces figure there, which I love. Probably should put it up on the wall at some point. Cheetah says, hey, Paul. Paul Phoenix coming in with a $30 super chat. Thank you so much, Paul, for that 30-pound super chat. The blood is the life. I agree with that. The blood is the life. Very, very generous of you, Paul. That's amazing. $30 super chat from Paul Phoenix. Paul says, hello all. Cheetah says, holy crow. Michael says, hey, buddy, Heroic Waffles. Everyone, make sure to go visit Heroic Waffles channel. Show them some love. His name is Michael, and he puts out amazing content. Kaiju says, ring that bell. Paul says, crazy. Ben says, wow, I only watched Pieces for the first time the other day. Q says, sweet figure, and boom! Very awesome, Paul. Happy face. Yes, Paul, very, very generous of you. I appreciate that immensely. Cheetah says, Pieces is cool. Christopher George was good horror actor. I agree with that. Paul says, I only do it to see you do your slow-mo super chat thing. Hood Rich. Cheetah says, hey, you waffles. Everyone's saying hi to everyone else. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Everyone being friends. I have nowhere to write anything down. I am not having anywhere to write. What webcam are you using, Phil? I'm going to buy one this week. I'm looking at the Logitech Streamcast. I don't know. Mine was just kind of a cheapie from Amazon, but you want it to be 60 frames per second and 1080p. 60 frames per second and 1080p. The one extra thing you can add, but the price goes up, is autofocus. I really wish I had have got autofocus, because when I do something like this, it should focus in on the pin, but it doesn't, because my camera does not have autofocus. So yeah, 60 frames per second, 1080p, and autofocus if you want it. I will probably be getting a new webcam eventually, and definitely upgrade to one with autofocus. Let's see. Cheetah says that super chat slow-mo is classic. Thank you, thank you. Paul says yes, in Bratislava. Paul says Tales from the Crypt, the Switch. Tales from the Crypt. Next up, nice little digibook from, is it Digibook? Media book from Poltergeist, the movie. The late, great Heather O'Rourke, Carol Ann, rest in peace, Poltergeist. This is a great edition. Wish there's a couple special features on here. Like kind of real life ghost hunters is one, and the afterlife is another one, but pretty mainstream fluff pieces. And then you have the nice Mia Dia book. So that is a Poltergeist media book. Mia Dia book. See when you super chat more money, especially in the orange column, how long it stays pinned for. Paul's orange 30-pound super chat still up there pinned. Arnold directed that episode. Jay says Shout needs to do collector edition Poltergeist. I agree with that. They did part 2 and part 3, but they didn't really do too much with them. Just kind of put them out there. Next up, we have a glorious Mondovision Possession from Andrzej Zulawski. And I probably tortured his name. Nice felt box. So this is like covered in felt. Another one where you want to make sure your hands are clean before you touch it. But that slips off like that. And we'll put that there. Magnet clasps on this one. And it opens to the inside, which is glorious. You have the 2 discs there. And then I believe there's another magnetic clasp here. Another magnetic clasp here. And then a little felt pull tab to pull out all the bonus stuff. I'm not going to go through all this. You get a book. You get postcards, lobby cards, a certificate of authenticity. I have 1,723 out of 2,000. A little art card and what have you. So really, really nice package from Mondovision of the movie Possession starring Sam Neill. If you guys have not seen Possession, I highly recommend it. It's really, really out there, but, you know, glorious, glorious stuff. Jesus wept. And once again, really, really rigid, thick slipcase made of felt material. That is Possession. Paul says that's a beautiful box. I agree with that. Seth, much love from South Africa, bro. Really love and admire your collection. Have a Coke Light on me. Seth from South Africa. Big shout out to Seth from South Africa. That's awesome. Thank you for participating in the live stream today and coming into the chat. You are awesome. Big gulp of Coke Light, aka Diet Coke, for my buddy Seth. To South Africa. Glenn's got to run. See you, Glenn. Peace out. Jay says, did you get the Prince of Darkness 4K? No, I did not. I don't have a 4K television as of yet. Sean says, hello, everyone. What's up, Paul Phoenix? The Streamcast has autofocus. I say go for that, Phil. I was doing a bit research and decided that's the best one. Logitech Streamcast. Where's my thingy? Another thing with webcam, you want widescreen view. Do you mean stream cam? I see a lot of Logitech stream cam. Logitech stream cam. Love Prince of Darkness. I do as well. I have the, what do I have? Prince of Darkness, Collector's Edition, Scream Factory. Paul says you can position it as Landscape 2. That's awesome. Paul says that's one. My bad. Yep. Next up, Arrow box set. Reanimator, Jeffrey Combs. Comes with a movie adaptation comic, which is pretty cool, Comes with the Blu-ray, which is there. My boy Andrew over at Hey, Isn't That Devon Graham just finally scored this a few weeks ago, so shout out to him. You have some art cards, the reagent fluid, entrails, Jeffrey Combs, and there you go. And then you have an Arrow kind of pamphlet booklet with a write-up on the movie. You got some pictures in there, yada, yada, yada. And that is the Arrow box set, limited edition, highly sold out and coveted Arrow box set of Reanimator, the Reanimator. And I'll just crank this one out too. This is Bride of Reanimator, finger creature on the back. Usually when I show this one off, I do show off my finger creature, which I will do right now. The little finger creature. Bride of Reanimator, finger creature. This is Monstars. This was put out by Muck Time, I think. You could buy this at a Muck Time. I actually found this in the wild at a movie store. They had got one in, so really good price on it. Picked it up. Very happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Getting back to this. So once again, kind of like a comic reprint. And then you have a 3-disc Blu-ray edition of Bride of Reanimator. You have a little art card there and the booklet. So that is Arrow's limited edition box set of Bride of Reanimator. I do like Bride of Reanimator. Don't love it as much as Part 1, just because Part 1 is like the classic that I grew up with. But Bride is a worthy follow-up sequel, in my opinion. Q says, now that's a sweet Reanimator set. Thank you. Jay says, is the special edition worth getting? The special editions of Reanimator and Bride of Reanimator are obviously worth getting if you can get them at a good price, because now that they're out of stock, flippers on eBay want crazy amounts of money. But I mean, even if you find one for $60, jump all over it. Q says, love Bride of Reanimator as well. Love the hand creature. Josh, Fulci fan 101, has entered into the fun. Phil, hello, peoples. Jay says, is Beyond Re good? like I said, I like Beyond Reanimator. It's a lot of fun. For me, it's just not as good as part one, probably just nostalgia. Paul says Beyond is bad, but it's worth a watch for LOLs. I agree with that. Paul says it's not terrible, but it's not good. I'll kind of agree with that. Heavy censorship problems for Reanimator when originally released in UK. Yeah, From Beyond is like that too, I think. From Beyond. From Beyond? From Beyond. Next up, the Wreck Collection. Box set. All 4 Wreck films. And I'm just going to read the back of the box set. In 2007, 2 talented Spanish filmmakers created a terrifying film that went on to spawn 3 sequels, an American remake, and its sequel. In the first film, Wreck, a TV reporter and her crew are asked to cover a team of firemen on duty. What seems like a routine story about a night at the fire station soon turns into a nightmare. Trapped inside a quarantined building, the crew must try to survive the terror that rages inside. Basically, kind of a zombie flick, quarantined in a building. The ending's great, though, turns it into something totally different. Fantastic. Then we have Wreck 2, picks up minutes after the end of Wreck. The authorities have lost contact with the people trapped inside the quarantined building and chaos reigns. A special operations unit has been tasked with entering the premises, only to discover that this is anything but a straightforward mission. Wreck 2, also fantastic. Then we have Wreck 3 Genesis, kind of like a prequel. Leaves the confines of the quarantined building to follow the wedding of Caldo and Clara. Everything appears to be running smoothly, and the bride and groom are enjoying a wonderful day until some of the guests start showing signs of a strange illness and unleash a torrent of violence. And then we have Wreck 4 Apocalypse, takes place on a boat, I believe. Returns focus to Angela Vidal, the young reporter who has managed to make it out of the building alive, but she hasn't made it out of the building alone as she carries the seed of the strange infection. She is taken to a provisional quarantine facility, the perfect location for the virus to be reborn. The Wreck movies are a lot of fun. Here you have the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So yeah, really glad to have got this box. This is from Screen Factory. Nice hard box. The Wreck films. Dave, Drew, welcome, welcome, welcome. Diet Coke should sponsor you. I agree with that. If anyone from Diet Coke is watching, it's the only pop I really drink because I love my Diet Coke. Seth said, which Friday the 13th box set would you recommend for DVD? Probably the Ultimate Edition. Friday the 13th, the Ultimate Edition. Which is that one. The old slim cases. Paul says the ending of the first was terrifying. I agree with that. Esteban P. What's up, Phil? Saw you on Wet Movie 1 live and subscribed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big shout out to Wet Movie 1. Big shout out to Esteban P. for joining in the fun. Paul said never watched the Quarantine remakes. The American remake Quarantine was good, except they changed the ending. Not going to say anything about the ending, but they kind of changed where the virus started from. And then Quarantine Part 2, I think, is on the plane in an airport or something. It's forgettable, but it's okay. Robbie says, how are those movies, Phil? They're good. Josh says, only saw the first Rec. Which one is best to least good, Phil? So in order, I'd go in order of how they go. Rec is the best. Rec 2, second best. Rec 3, third best. Rec 4, fourth best. That's the order I'd put them in, so... that is the order I would put them in. Next up, the Arrow box set Ringu Collection. Ringu, aka The Ring. This comes with a book, nice pictures from all 4 films, because there are 4 included in this box set. First, you have Ringu, the original classic, which was American remake, or remade in America as The Ring. Ringu Zero, featuring Spiral. So you have 2 movies on that one. Oh, no, this is the one with Spiral. So Ringu 2, featuring the movie Spiral. So 2 on this one. So 4 Ring movies. And a book. Nice hard box set from the good people over at Arrow Video. And that is the Ringu Collection. Josh, Fulci Fan 101, the president is giving his official speech right this second. I'll catch the replay. Paul says, cat in a box. The cat is in the box. I feel like something bit my thumb, but I don't know. You ever get one of those little, it's like a pinprick, but then it's super itchy and there's a little bump around it and you're like, I didn't feel anything bite me, but maybe it was a spider or a mosquito, or you don't know where you got it from, but just a little pinprick and it's got that little bump there. Next up, David Cronenberg, Criterion Edition. The movie Scanners. Love the artwork on the cover of this box set. Esteban P. couldn't figure out how to display my Funko Minis. Watched your room tour video and took your advice. Bought a shot glass display case from Michaels and it works badass. Awesome, Esteban. Awesome cover. Q's reviews. The artwork for Scanners is epic. Cover art is awesome. Inside, You have 3 glorious Scanners discs. The Criterion sets always put out good editions. And then we have a booklet. I'll just show you the artwork on this. So there's Michael Ironside's character scanning out. And another character not about to have a good day. And this says, with Scanners, David Cronenberg plunges us into one of his most terrifying and thrilling sci-fi worlds. After a man with extraordinary and frighteningly destructive telepathic abilities is nabbed by agents from a mysterious rogue corporation, he discovers he is far from the only possessor of such strange powers, and that some of the other Scanners have their minds set on world domination, while others are trying to stop them. A trademark Cronenberg combination of the visceral and the cerebral, this phenomenally gruesome and provocative film about the expanses and limits of the human mind was the Canadian director's breakout hit in the United States. Scanners, David Cronenberg, Criterion Collection. Okay. Are the Scanner sequels any good? I like them. Once again, nostalgic factor. I saw Scanners Part 2 in theaters. I'm pretty sure I saw Scanners 3 in theaters as well. I have the Part 2, Part 3 dual pack from Screen Factory. Dave Drew says you might be Spider-Man now. Yeah. Itchy thumb. Josh says, I remember that scene, Phil, gruesome as hell. Yeah. Benny's movie collection, greetings from Germany. What's up, Benny? What is going on, Benny? Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, Scanners 3, The Takeover. Yeah. That's the one. I remember a scene in an arcade. I think it's in Part 2. I remember watching that in theaters, and arcades were really big at that time, so I was freaking out, thinking, like, what happens the next time I'm at my arcade? And someone starts scanning me, and the machines are going wild, blowing up. Scanners 3 for me is all over the place, but I still enjoy it. Something about them injecting you with they're injecting you with the scanner potion, kind of turning you into scanners or something like that. Not too sure. Next, we have Scream Blu-ray Collection. This has Scream, Scream 2, and Scream 3. No Scream 4, because this obviously came out before Scream 4 did. This is kind of like a media book, nothing to it. Mastrazan Matzi, what's up? What's up? Germany, Germany, Germany. Hi, Phil and Benny. So once again, the Scream collection. I'm not going to read the back of that. The writing's too small, and everybody already knows everything there is to know about the Scream movies. Next up, we have a very cool Alliance release, kind of like a book edition of the movie Seven. I did just recently pick up the NECA Scream figure, Paul. I will show that off in 1 second. This is the movie 7 featuring Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. Just an amazing, amazing movie. I'm sure you have all seen the movie 7. There's Mr. Brad Pitt. What's her name? I always forget. Gwyneth Paltrow, maybe. I don't know. That's the movie 7. And the Scream figure is right here. The ultimate Ghostface action figure requested by Paul. Thank you, Paul. And there he is in all his glory. This green mask does glow in the dark. Comes with a voice changer, 3 knives, big scythe, couple hands, and of course, Ghostface. Nice that they included 3 extra masks. Of course, this one's from the movie inside of a movie. Stab. But yeah, as you can tell, really, really good quality ultimate figure from NECA. Once again, thanks to Paul for bringing that up. So that was for you, Paul. Benny's movie collection. Everything is fine here except for this damn COVID-19. I hope everything is fine with you too. Everything here is good. We're on lockdown, so I'm at home not working, but I'm trying to entertain you guys as much as I can, which is right now. Jay says, "What's in the box?" Benny says, "Hi, Matsy. Do hear beam fill cool." Lawfersill says, "Hi, man. Working and hearing this at the same time. That's awesome." Paul says, "I have the Sideshow 12-inch too. That's awesome." Paul says, "All my shit boxed away now, though." Hugh says, "What's in the box?" Matsy says, "Benny, Josh, Sean, Langer." Josh, Fulci fan 101, says, "I'm trying to find the uncut, unrated version of the first Scream, but I can't, and I could never locate it." Well, I'll tell you something. I have the uncut version of the first Scream, so send me an email and we'll work something out. I think I have it on either VHS. I think it's VHS that I have it on. It's either VHS or DVD, but shoot me an email and I'll look it up and see if I can find it. But yeah, pretty cool unrated cut of Scream. I've only really watched it a couple times, but there are some noticeable gore differences in it, which are pretty cool. Paul Phoenix says, "Organs for the black market." Obviously, Wild Will from Chesterfield says, "What's up, PCV extended family? Special shout out to Mr. Phil for taking my first video chat virginity yesterday. LOL. Yes, good video chat with Wild Will from Chesterfield yesterday. Reached out to one of my viewers and just shot the shit for half an hour. It was awesome." Matsy says, "Nice shirt, Phil." Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Matsy. George A. Romero's Creep Show shirt. Paul says, "I like the first Scream movie, too many sequels." I agree with that, and they're making more. Come on. Will, video, oops, LOL. Matsy, cry laughing, cry laughing. Cheetah, roll laughing, roll laughing. Jay says, "Remember Cool World? It's a real cool world." I remember the David Bowie song more than I remember the movie, but I did see the movie Cool World in theaters. Will says, putting in that work today, hate missing out on the live chat, catch up on the rewatch tonight. Yeah, and I'm also live on David's Horror tonight, DTN2 Horror, David's Horror. I'll be live around 9:30. Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, I'll look it up on dvdcompare.net now. Benny's movie collection says, have you seen the movie Wretched? I have seen that. In Germany, it's the name of this movie, The Witch Next Door. I think it's a good movie, but the final is not so good. I did watch Wretched. I watched it a while ago, so I don't really remember too much about it. My movies always just blend into one another because I watch so many. Will says, got in Sam Vanessi's signed copy of Violet yesterday. Amazing. Paul says, do you have the voice changer? I don't have the voice changer. The voice changer does come in the box with the thingy. The ultimate teeny weeny little voice changer. Kaiju says, special guest confirmed. Paul says, last movie I watched was Hunter x Hunter. I did take a picture of Hunter x Hunter, so it's on my list of things to watch. Next up, we got Arrow's limited edition of Society. This is long out of print, goes for crazy, crazy money. Society, nice embossed cover. You can feel it's all raised. Glorious, glorious comic reprint. Look at how cool that artwork is. If you can see that right there, pretty cool, pretty cool. On the inside, you have 2 discs and a couple art cards, a little booklet right up on the movie, Crazy Crazy. I'll see if I can find Buttman or Butthead. Look at me, I'm a butthead. Look at me, I'm a butthead. Just your basic, like, art cards and stuff. But just a glorious, fantastic release of the movie Society. I wish there were more of these made so more people could enjoy it, but it was pretty limited, sold out fast. It goes for crazy money now. I don't know why things go for such crazy money. Kaiju, another great movie, another great cover. Will says, big up Q's reviews and Cheetah will view. Peace. Paul says, great movie. Matsy says, Society. I love this movie. Heart. Sean Sr. says, cool cover art. I agree with that. Benny says, cool edition of Society. Thumbs up. Josh, Fulci fan 101, says, one of the best embossed cases I've seen. Us only. Big Boss Phil, what's going on? Us only. Good to see you. Will says, okay, back to the grind. Have a super fantastic day, everyone. Shameless plug per Phil. Check me out on IG. TJW1LDW1LL76. Matstrazen. Matsy, what's your favorite movie of H.P. Lovecraft? H.P. Lovecraft. I like Dagon, which is fantastic. I like In the Mouth of Madness, which is kind of H.P. Lovecraftian. So I'm going to go those two right now. I don't know if they fit the bill, but Dagon is fantastic. Robbie Richards says, last movie I watched was Cobra. I'm your worst nightmare. Cobra's amazing. Love Cobra. Deefy from Germany. What is going on? Hi, Phil. I greet you in the chat. Peace. Deefy, all the way from Germany, in with Matsy and Benny. Where's Ollie? Ollie Uncut? Where's Ollie Uncut? Cheetah says, greeting Rick and Chesterfield. Us only. Ola, Mr. Cheetah. Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, Phil, ever seen The Horror Star, aka Frightmare? Creepy movie. Yes, I've seen Frightmare. Robbie says, great movie. Cheetah says, Dagon is very good. I agree with that 110%. Not going to get into the next one because we're almost on an intermission, guys. For me to rest my voice, have a quick pee-pee. We got 19 people watching. We got 15 big thumbs ups. If you're one of the 4 people out of the 19 that has not yet thumbs up the video, all you got to do is pause the chat, hit the thumbs up, back to the chat. Whoever just thumbs up, the 3 people that thumbs up this video right now, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We got 20 thumbs ups. 20 big thumbs ups from you awesome, awesome people watching. Send more paramedics. Send more paramedics. Anthony, what is going on? Hey, Phil, what's up? What's up? Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, hey, send. Paul says, carrot guy. Deefy says, thumbs up. 22 huge thumbs ups, 21 people watching. I sound like an auctioneer. Can we have 23 thumbs ups? 23, 23. Do I hear 23 thumbs ups? We got 24 thumbs ups. I don't even know what's going on. I'm an auctioneer for thumbs ups. We're auctioning off the thumbs ups today. We need 25 big thumbs ups. Do I hear 25, 25, 25, 25? We got 24 thumbs ups. We need 25, 25, 25. Feel like I'm watching Storage Wars. Ant says, great to see you, my friend. Always great to see you, too. I've been meaning to vid call you, but, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. I'm sure you're a busy boy, too. So, yeah, the 20 people watching. Now you're going to watch Pennywise watch you. For 3 minutes and 118 seconds. If you want to contribute to the channel, feel free. It's always much appreciated. There's a little Pennywise action to keep you guys company. Make sure he's looking directly in the camera at you. Talk amongst yourselves, and I will return shortly. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Okay. What is happening? Anthony says, great to see you, my friend. Always great to see you, too. Steven, welcome to the chat. Hey, Phil, where do you get most of your figures? I'm lucky enough to have a store in my city called Heroes Comics and Collectibles that get everything NECA, Mezco, pretty much everything, Mondo. Deefy says, hurry up, Phil. Us only says, poop or break. LOL. I did not poop. Cheetah says, I got to bounce, but I will see you tonight. Paul says, anyone watch the Night Stalker doc on Netflix? Yeah, I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. It's fantastic. Law for Sill, do you want your boat? You want your boat back, Georgie? Kaiju says, see you, Patrick. I should be able to watch tonight. That's awesome. Patrick says, peace to everyone from the Cheetah and me. See you later, Cheetah. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, anyone up for Lamberto Bama's Demons 1 and 2 4K Arrow set coming this February? Yes, I have it pre-ordered from arrow.uk. So it is coming my way as of February. Paul says, PZ at Cheetah will view. Peace out. Paul says, looks amazing at Josh Fulci Fan 101. Josh Fulci Fan 101 says, Paul already pre-ordered mine from an eBay seller. Okay. Paul says, nice. Paul says, Demons scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Kaiju says, I'm going to peace out too and go buy some food. Thank you so much, Interweb Kaiju, for hanging out today. Paul says, bye. Paul says, of me. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, take care, Interweb Kaiju. Josh says, Paul, just sub to your channel. We'll check out your videos when I have time. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, Paul, sorry. Paul says, I have no vids, LOL. I just ordered a new webcam, so maybe in the future. Paul says, thank you. Paul says, do you like Night of the Demons, Phil? I think it's overrated. I do like Night of the Demons. Yep. Steven says, I need to get those tiny terrors, Toonie terrors, you mean? And Halloween NECA double pack. Halloween NECA double pack. You mean the Halloween 2. Halloween 2 Dr. Loomis, Laurie Strode 2-pack. But it feels like pre-orders are taking forever to reach and cross the border. Yeah. Q's reviews. Hey, Phil, you ever watched the series Slasher on Netflix? I didn't watch Slasher ever. If so, did you like it? I didn't watch it. I really enjoy it so far at the end of the 2nd season. Yeah, I know all about the Slasher series on Netflix, but I just haven't dived into it yet. Just like the MTV Scream series, I never watched that either. I never watched it either. We have 15 people watching. We have 25 big thumbs ups. If you're one of the 15 people watching and you have yet to hit the like button, please do so now. All you have to do is pause the chat, hit the like, come back to the chat. It's that easy. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, I'm enjoying The Stand at the moment. I'm watching The Stand too. I probably have an episode to catch up on. Paul says, do you know the Tellez Family Channel? I used to watch Johnny Tellez. I don't mean Scream Queens. I mean the MTV Scream series. I have yet to watch Scream Queens either. And then there's another documentary called Scream Queen. The guy who played Jesse from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 on just Tellez family. It's probably Johnny Tellez, maybe started a new channel. Let me just check. Yeah, it's Johnny Tellez. He doesn't put out content anymore, though. His last video was a year ago. Q's Reviews says it's awesome, very well done. Scream series was not good in my opinion. Okay. I didn't watch it, so I'm not missing out on anything. Tsukamoto box set, Heavy Metal Nightmares. We got a hardcover book. Hardcover book, only available in this box set, I believe. A write-up on everything Tsukamoto. And you have Tetsuo 2, Kotoko, Killing, A Snake of June. What's that other one on A Snake of June? Tokyo Fist, Bullet Ballet. Fantastic box set if you love the films of Shinya Tsukamoto. Amazing stuff in this box set. You all should check out his stuff. Next up, not horror by any means, but we have the Star Wars, the complete saga. This is the 6 films, I believe. So you have The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Bonus Disc 1, Bonus Disc 2, Bonus Disc 3, and a Guide to the Galaxy book. So nice little Star Wars box set there. Star Wars. The wars that took place in the stars. Haven't checked it for a while, but I remember an Angela from Night of the Demons figure review he did. David's Horror says, this video sponsored by Cadillac. Very fancy, Phil. Send more paramedics says, hey, Paul and Q. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, what? Wait till you see Evil Clutch I've sent you, Phil. It has to be seen to be believed. I'm excited. I'm excited for the package to arrive. Paul says, hello, send more paramedics. Q says, hey, ants. Paul says, hey, David's Horror. David's Horror says, hey, Paul, Fulci Fan Q. David says, paramedics. Josh says, hey, David. Paramedic says, hey, Dave, how are you? Q says, hey, Dave, brother. Happy face. Anthony says Star Wars is always good. Q's Review says Guide to the Galaxy book. Yes. Paul says your vids are great at the Q's Reviews. I agree with that. Robbie Richards says never got into Star Wars. David says now that's the Star Wars Skywalker saga is over. Maybe it's time to pick up the collection. Q says, thanks, Paul. Really appreciate that. We'll be back at it after the 25th. Paul says, anyone a fan of the series Dark? I don't think I've watched that. DV says, I say goodbye for today. Take care, Phil, and stay healthy. Peace. Peace out to DV in Germany. Always a pleasure of you swinging by. Sean Sr. couldn't get into Star Wars. It's not for everyone. Next up, we got another out of print Superman box set. Goes for crazy, crazy money. Cool how that logo lifts off. You see how thick the box is there. And this is pretty much everything Superman up until Superman Returns. You got your Christopher Reeve goodness. You got the director's cuts of 1 and 2, the Richard Donner cut. So that is Superman. Superman. Rest in peace, Christopher Reeve. And which way does this go on? Like this. So there you go. Superman Motion Picture Anthology, it's called. The Motion Picture Anthology. Josh, Falsy Fan 101, nor me, was never into Star Wars. Murder me now. LOL. Paul says, check Dark, Phil. It's on Netflix. It's German. German Dark. "26 episodes, lasted 3 seasons. Huh. And Evil Clutch was mentioned. Clutch. Il Bosco 1. The story of a hideous monster who takes the form of a beautiful, seductive woman who, in a torrent of special effects, beauty, and monster, transform into a climax of pure evil. For years, this monster woman has cursed a small village, and to this day, her deadly grasps hold the peaceful residents in fear. This ferocious feminine fury possesses a shocking sensual appetite, and she can only satisfy her lust when passion consumes her by striking where a man is most vulnerable, and the results are deadly." Ooh. I'm excited. I do remember that Crypt episode with Christopher Reeve and Judd Nelson. It's a good one. I agree. Q's reviews. I will check out Dark after Slasher. I got one more gory season left to watch. Paul says, I've seen the first season of Slasher. Got to watch the rest. Paul says at the Q's reviews. And we got another leather book, guys. This is from 84. Dario Argento. This is Dario Argento's Suspiria leather book edition. So it sits on your shelf like that. Looks like a book. But it isn't a book. It's a wooden case, leather bound. Comes with a pull-out drawer containing everything Suspiria. And I'm not going to show it all off, but you have like a 4-disc set there. You got books, you got lobby cards, you got a whole wealth of everything Suspiria. Drawer slips back into the box. Nice wooden box. Like I said, leather book If you ever want to look these up on Amazon Germany, Amazon.de, English version, just type in leather book. There's also one for a movie called The Church, aka Demons 3. Leather book edition. I would love to have The Church. I believe there's also one for the movie Opera. But yeah, these leather book editions are amazing. I have the Leprechaun collection, which I showed in the last video. But yeah, just amazing, amazing leather book edition. Paul says, too many shows. I'm very selective. Q says, each season is a different story. Season 4 will be on Shudder with the rest of the series. Netflix says it's too gory for Netflix, LOL. Paul says, yeah, I read it was coming to Shudder. Q says, holy smokes, love that Suspiria box set. Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, what do you like most about The Stand? The most, Phil? I like the fact that everyone else dead, me and immune, and raiding the shops. Yeah, I kind of like that. Paul says the dead Patricia Suspiria figure is LOL. It's her covered in blood hung, and it says ages 3 and up. Dead Patricia Suspiria figure. Jay says, do you like the new Stand? I actually really do. David says, Suspiria, need to see both versions. I do own the soundtrack by Thom Yorke for the recent Suspiria. Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, I never knew you have that great edition of Suspiria, Phil. Really cool release. Paul says the new Suspiria was terrible in my opinion. I'm okay with it. Paul says, I'll show you on FB later, Phil. Paul says, I figured you might have it. Dead Patricia. Ooh. Ooh. Who put that out? I'm going to have to get me one of those. Yeah, I don't have that, but I'd like one. Next up, we have 40th Anniversary Collector's Edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It slips out of the case like this. You got the backdrop. You can change it to the steel door and or leather face with the backdrop. I usually have it with the steel door closed, just so Leatherface is kept inside. Everyone knows about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is a glorious release. The 4K scan of this is amazing. The best I've ever seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Comes with a advert for the Black Maria edition, which I also have. You got a nice screaming Sally Hardesty on the back, covered in blood. And it closes up like that. Oh, a lot of up and down and back and forth today, guys. Giving me a workout. LOL, it does say ages 3 and up. Paul says there are a couple of Suspiria figures. Lawfersil says Taboo with Tom Hardy is a cool series. Paul says the ending of Suspiria remake was hilarious. Yeah, that's the only downfall I found in it. A little pretentious too, of Tilda Swinton playing numerous characters. Paul says, I was like, what the fuck is this? Anthony says, I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Love, love, love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We got just a few more to get through, guys. We got a couple editions of The Thing. I'm not going to open these or go through them, but this one comes with a book, a poster, and the Arrow Blu-ray. This is the Arrow UK version. This sold out fast, broke the Arrow website. It shut down the Arrow website for about 4 hours with people trying to order this. Nice hard box set of everything The Thing. And then to put it in comparison beside this other edition of The Thing, this is a pretty big box set of The Thing. This one comes from, where does this come from? Turbine? I don't know. But this comes with like a patch, and it comes with the original Thing and the sequel. You see the box there. It's pretty cool artwork on the box. Like I said, comes with a patch, the Antarctic Research Station patch. Really, really glorious box set there. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, I'm definitely going to grab Texas Chainsaw 4K eventually. Anthony says that Thing box is amazing. Anthony says both of them are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. David says, very nice. Is that the 2011 The Thing? The second box set I showed has both. So it has the original and it does include the sequel. Josh says, do you have any releases of Argento's Phenomenon, Phil? Yes, I have just a DVD copy of Phenomena. I unfortunately missed out on that Arrow box set release that they did. But what can you do? But yeah, I like Phenomena, aka Creepers. Creepers. I used to like the cover art for Creepers with has the girl and one of her eyes is screwed up and she's holding a bunch of maggots and stuff. Jennifer Connelly. This is the one I used to like. It'll make your skin crawl. I know it doesn't. There you go. Kind of, sort of. The telepathic lightning bugs and chimps with lasers. Yeah, Paul says Argento new movie coming March. Sweet. Next, we have a collector's edition, a Rob Zombie film. The film is 31 from Rob Zombie. And this comes in a slip case. It's a thin disc. Nice artwork there. The show must go on. And it comes with a little mini poster. I like 31 too, Paul. So the reason that it's in the special editions is just the fact that it's a little thin media book and whatever. And then we have Park Chan-wook Vengeance Trilogy, which has sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and Lady Vengeance. So that is the Vengeance Trilogy. Old Boy's fantastic. Probably one of my favorite Asian films. Trying to crank out the last few here because I'm getting tired of getting up and getting down. Next up, Criterion box set of David Cronenberg's Videodrome. I love this movie. It's fantastic. James Woods is fantastic in this movie along with Deborah Harry. And I like how the Blu-ray case is an old beta disc or whatever. Long live the new flesh, it says. And then inside, you have a pretty thick, actually, booklet from Criterion on everything Videodrome. Definitely one of my favorite David Cronenberg flicks. And next up, the Waterworld Arrow box set, Kevin Costner. Everyone knows Waterworld. I'll just show off this book here. Comes with a book, comes with a poster, comes with lobby cards or postcards, as the case may be. And it comes with 3 discs, including the Ulysses cut, which is pretty much the entire everything Waterworld. And the last 2 on the shelf is When a Stranger Calls. This is the Second Sight edition. Does include When a Stranger Calls Back as well. I do have the standalone disc of that from Scream Factory. This is When a Stranger Calls. Comes with a compact disc soundtrack as well. Comes with When a Stranger Calls book. Everything you want to know about When a Stranger Calls. And a double-sided poster. Charles Durning's fantastic in this movie. And, of course, the lead actress there. And last but not least, a glorious, glorious box set of Extra. A Brutal Excursion in Terror. I forget who put this out, but it is a nice hardcover box of the movie Extra, double-sided artwork there. Comes with a book, everything you want to know about Extra. And then your 2 discs there. with a nice starry landscape on the back. So this is from Second Sight as well. Comes with the original soundtrack CD and then the Blu-ray of the movie Extra. So yeah, Extra, one of my favorites. I do have that statue from Platinum Cult Edition of Extra, which is fantastic. Love that statue. Josh Fulci Fan 101 says 3 official versions of Phenomena Creepers, but stay away from the disgraceful 83-minute cut. Paul says see a Sean Sr. See a Sean. Paul says I love 31. Paul says Doomhead needs his own movie. I'd agree with that. Josh Fulci Fan 101 says take her Sean. Paul says Cronenberg the Boss. Paul says still haven't watched Maps to the Stars and Cosmopolis. Paul says those were his last 2 movies. Paul says when a stranger calls, you hang up. Robbie says haha. Josh Fulci Fan 101, I have to pick up Extra. There are at least a couple of good Blu-ray releases of that. Q's reviews, very awesome collection. Phil, thanks for having this fantastic live stream. I gotta go. Take care all. Happy face. See you, Q. Have a great day. What are we gonna do for 24 minutes, guys? Any ideas? Any ideas at all? Yes, see a Q. Josh Fulci Fan, take care, Q. Paul says bye at the Q's reviews. Everyone's saying bye. Paul shared a link. I will look at that link right now. Have you seen all the movies on this list? Let me find out. Alice, Sweet Alice, I own. Blood on Satan's Claw, I've never seen. Death Dream, I own. Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, I own. Messiah of Evil, looks familiar. And that's it. Messiah of Evil really sounds familiar. Robbie says later Q's. Paul says Alice Sweet Alice is pretty good. I watched it on Shudder. Kaiju says I'm back, Phil. Nice to see you're still on. Welcome back, Kaiju. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're always welcome here. Everyone's always welcome here. I don't care who you are. You could even hate horror and hang out here if you want for a couple hours. Why not? I do know the movie Peeping Tom. That is a Criterion Blu-ray that is hard to get your hands on. Did you watch The Innocents, Phil? The Innocents. I haven't watched that yet, but it's still on my watch list. That's the 1961 movie. I need to watch it. 1961. It's on the list, Paul. I'll watch it at some point. I will watch it. I will promise you that I will. I will watch. I will watch it. No new magic tricks, just all my old tricks. Of course, you got pencil up the nose, which is classic. Pencil up the nose, classic. And then there's the ring trick. The ring is on the finger. It is really on the finger. Now nothing in this hand. I slip it off and put it back on. And that was horrible. You can totally tell how I did that. Anyways, little ring trick. My favorite Fulci flick is The Beyond. Onibaba. Kaiju says, any new magic tricks? Kaiju says, guess that, answers that. Paul says, did you know the mask in Onibaba was the inspiration for the Exorcist face? Onibaba. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I see the resemblance. My favorite Polanski movie, Roman Polanski. Did he direct Sisters? I really like Sisters. Let's see what he directed. Roman Polanski. Really like Rosemary's Baby a lot. I really like Repulsion a lot. Brian De Palma directed Sisters. So I'm going to go Rosemary's Baby on my favorite Polanski movie. Paul says, do you like The Tenant? Yes. David says, Phil, you're a wizard. Paul says, Isabel Adjani, so hot in that. Paul says, Repulsion actress is smoking too. Yeah, I liked her. The Repulsion actress. She played a hairstylist, if I remember correctly. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, when you pre-ordered Demons 1 and 2 4K off Arrow's site, did you pay for it straight away or does the money come out of your account when released? I believe you pay for it straight away. But I'm not sure of that, so I really have no idea. But I'm pretty sure Arrow you pay straight away. I believe it's straight away. Josh, Fulci Fan 101, says that's why I like eBay. Kaiju says, are there any good horror movies where the killer is a magician? David Copperfield is in Terror Train, but he's not the killer. Let's Google it. Killer magician movies. The only one that comes to mind with a magician is Terror Train. But he's not the killer. Paul says, Catherine Deneuve, she doesn't even look like the same person now. She was stunning in Repulsion, but was over 50 years ago. Yeah. David says, not horror, but The Prestige has a killer magician. Ooh, good one. And then there's another one called The Illusionist. I don't really remember it, though. Google Catherine Deneuve, 1965 and now. Okay. I'll Google that for you, Paul. Wow. Yeah. You know who she kind of reminds me of now is Adele. Josh is going to be right back. Paul says The Prestige is my favorite Nolan movie. Adele is skinny now, though. Yeah. Here's my Adele joke. Did you ever hear when Adele had sex with the farmer? The farmer in Adele. The farmer in Adele. Hi ho the Dario. The farmer in Adele. That's my Adele joke. Paul says I didn't like Tenet. Yeah, it was confusing. It was all over the place. I probably need to rewatch it. Hilarious, yeah. That time when Adele had sex with the farmer. The farmer in Adele. The farmer in Adele. Who'da thunk it? Nolan movie just seems pretentious to me. Not a fan of Inception either. Inception. I saw Inception in the theater. Then they brought out this steel briefcase Blu-ray set of it that comes with a spinning top and a vehicle or something. So I bought that. Went on the shelf. Never watched it on Blu-ray. A dream within a dream within a dream. Yep. David says, message retracted. Brian C., do you have the Halloween 3 dolls by NECA? Yes, I do. Still in box. David's Horror says, Adele is a dairy hoe. The farmer in Adele. The farmer in Adele. Hi ho, the dairy hoe. The farmer in Adele. Brian C. Sweet, hoping to pick some up soon. Yeah, the Trick-or-Treaters Halloween 3 3-pack. Yeah, it's a pretty good set. They just stay in the box. Did I tell you I had to get a new computer? I dropped my old one in the pool. It was Adele. Was rolling in the deep. Nice. Brian C., have you been following the Halloween Kills updates? No, I haven't. I'm a very, very patient person. I want to see Halloween Kills, but it's not killing me to be not seeing it, so I don't really have to update myself. I liked the pic of Michael standing at the top of the stairs. Josh, Fulci Fan 101 says, ever heard of the Urotsuki Doji manga cartoons film? No, I haven't. Brian, good way to go into the film without any spoilers. I did hear some news though. The what's the movie with the monsters and they don't make any sound, or the monsters will get you? A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place Part 2 finally coming to digital in March. So A Quiet Place Part 2. I have been looking forward to seeing it. Coming in March, A Quiet Place Part 2. Paul says, is it me or does his mask look a little different in this? Paul says it's funny that it started as a sprayed Shatner mask. Paul says, I have at Josh Fulci Fan 101. Are you talking about a poster for Halloween Kills, Paul? Let me just look into this. Halloween Kills. Yeah, the masks are kind of all over the place for that. That one kind of looks like the 2017, 2018 one. Yeah. Oh, because it got burnt in the fire? Yeah, his mask now looks burnt on the one side due to the fire. I don't know if you can see it, but this one side here is all burnt. Paul says they have a lot of weird sex scenes. Paul says not into hentai stuff, lol. Brian says, I think one of the last shots of the last trailer for Halloween Kills looked like Halloween 5's mask, which goes along with the screen test people saying it had some 5 throwbacks. Paul says tentacles going in holes, you know. Brian says he was talking about the picture of Michael at the top of the stairs. Couldn't find that one. Josh said, Paul, I have the uncut versions coming in the mail. Yeah, they are sexually explicit. Brian says it looks like the 2018 mask just has a side burnt. Yeah. Paul says, have you seen Helsing Ultimate? Paul says, watch these 3, Elf and Lie, Death Note, Helsing Ultimate. I have watched Death Note. Brian C, there's supposed to be a Loomis flashback and a do a great original mask. Cool. I have the Death Note figure, which I will show you now. Death Note. I got this from Melissa and Jason over at Wine and Horrors channel. Pretty cool Death Note figure. He does come with a pole up his butt, which is to put into the stand to make him stand up. But pretty cool Death Note figure. I do like the movie Death Note as well, and I have watched the anime series. And we'll just stick that pole back into the base here, if I can get it. We're good. We're good. There's supposed to be a Loomis flashback and do a great original mask. Okay, Josh says, I will keep an eye out. Don't watch them for the sex, but they do have good side stories. Paul says that's Ryuk. Brian C, believe there's a creep show NECA coming this year. David says there was a creep show Creep by NECA released last year. The creep show Creep. There's a really cool creep show statue coming to Entertainment Earth for $200, which is awesome. If you have $200 to blow on a statue. Paul says, I don't understand the hentai love. Brian C, that's nice. Almost gonna call it here, folks. We got about 4 minutes left. Paul says, Legend of the Overfiend at Josh Fulchifan 101. David's Horror says, Phil says, I have that. Ooh, and I have this Gorilla Glue. I'm going to use this later on my thingy. This thingy, which, where is it? This is the Devil's Backbone. This always comes out of the base and falls on the floor. And then the little ghostly boy, which I always forget his name. Help me out, Paul. Ghostly boy. Devil's Backbone. The ghostly boy, Devil's Backbone. He's down there on the floor somewhere because he fell off again. So I'm going to glue the missile into place, I think. And finally glue the little ghostly boy, Santi. Glue little Santi ghostly boy onto the desert landscape, and hopefully that will solve all my problems. At one point, I think he was haunted. I thought I had a haunted toy. because I'd always put Santi here standing there and make sure he was kind of level. And then a few days later, I'd come in and there'd be no Santi because he had fallen onto the floor. But you see what I mean? Like, this dang missile. And then you get it in the one good way and it does stay. I don't know what I'll do. Josh says, Paul, yeah, I'm getting all 4 episodes. Brian C, any NECA you haven't been able to get? There's a 1 black and white Pennywise Ultimate, which I don't have, which was like a San Diego Comic-Con thing. But I mean, I have so many NECA Ultimate Pennywises that I really don't need another one. Paul says, do you Legend of the Four Kings at Josh Fulci Fan 101? Paul says, Devilman Crybaby on Netflix is worth a look. Ooh. Seth Wallenschlager, any ideas on the new NECA Ultimates this year, bud? I'm excited for the Part 7 Jason Voorhees Ultimate Part 7. The New Blood, I believe it is. Paul says Santi. Thank you, Paul. Josh says Paul getting them uncut because I don't believe in censorship. Our Australian DVD of 1 episode is cut by 28 minutes. David says message retracted. No W guilt, says Santi. Thank you. Josh says I have Devilman. Paul says, have you seen Blood of Zeus on Netflix? No, the animation is amazing. Not manga though. Yeah, so that's 2:01, guys. My 2 hours is full. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me today. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Also, thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. Big shout out to Paul Phoenix, the biggest and really only super chatter today, other than myself, with that 99-cent super chat. Dave Drew, see ya. Paul, see ya. Josh, see ya. See ya, see ya, see ya, everyone. If you like great horror content and you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit the sub button, hit the like button if you like this video, hit the bell notification to be notified every time I go live or drop a new video. And I will see you possibly tonight, if I am, in fact, the special secret guest star on David's Horror, DTN2 Horror. Go on over, check it out, have some fun there. And yeah, that's my time. Thanks for yours. Have a great one, guys. Peace!